Hey guys, welcome back to Set Streets and Eats. This weekend I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have been through Chattanooga many times on the highway, traveling different places, but this is my first time really delving into the city, and I'm really excited after doing a lot of research on stuff to try and eat and go and do places. There's a whole lot to do here, way more than I thought there would be. The history here is amazing, just really cool town from the looks of it, but we're going to find out together, and I hope you join me. Let's travel.
I'm Chris Bauer, and I am an art slinger. I travel around the U.S. selling artwork at comic and anime conventions, and while I'm there, I like to check out cool sights, eat great food, and see all the places my favorite movies and TV shows are made. Welcome to Sets, Streets, and Eats.
I'm in front of Point Park, which is right on top of Lookout Mountain, or near the top of Lookout Mountain, overlooking Chattanooga. This is actually a Civil War battlefield site. You can tour the battlefield. It was fought in November of 1863, the same month that the Gettysburg National Memorial Cemetery was dedicated and the Gettysburg Address was given by Lincoln. They fought a very decisive battle here on top of a mountain on the Georgia side, overlooking Chattanooga. Chattanooga was a highly sought after property or city by the North because of the way it controlled river traffic coming out of the South. Unfortunately, the North lost that battle, and fortunately for the South, they won that battle. So they were able to hang on to Chattanooga. But anyway, the battlefield site, you can actually take tours here. They go through it. Unfortunately, it is closed. I'm not sure if it's just early and they haven't opened yet. That's probably what it is, because it is early on a Sunday morning. But the view, I'll try and get it for you, but I'll show you with the drone. But the view is spectacular and second to none. But it's a very beautiful place. And as horrific as the battle must have been, the view during the battle must have been absolutely amazing. I'm sure those guys did not think of that then. They were trying not to die. But anyway, it's a very cool place, cool park to come see. So behind me is the Chattanooga Choo Choo, which is a hotel now, but it actually used to be the Chattanooga Choo Choo, or train station. Everyone around here calls them Choo Choo. It's an actual term for train here. Old phone booth. Well, they sure looked nicer back in the day, didn't they? Little lanterns. 1910 and 1940 postcard of the building. The cool thing about it, so it's a hotel now. It used to be the train station, but now the courtyard, they put a bunch of old trains out there, and then they made each of the cars a different shop or restaurant. So it's kind of a can't miss place when you're in Chattanooga. You gotta come here. This is a brewery normally. So they serve a little bit of food, snacks and stuff. But what's cool about this place is it's a pour your own brewery. So basically you buy a card that's attached to your credit card and you just put the card up right above the spout, or the tap, sorry. So you put the card up right above the tap and it charges you by the ounce. So if you pour an ounce of one beer, mix it with another beer, you'll get charged for the, however many ounces you use. But that's a pretty cool thing. It's not open right now. I'm here in the morning, so unfortunately, probably not gonna get a lot of beers. This one is the Silver Diner. I've only traveled by train 3 times in my life. Loved every second of all 3 of those times. I haven't done it in many years. I really need to do it again this year. It takes longer, but there's something just about it. It's filled with nostalgia, how we used to transverse this country. And it's just neat. And you get to see a lot of these little towns that you wouldn't normally see on the highway because the trains go right through them. And it's pretty cool. But this place is awesome. So when it's up and going, obviously not in COVID times, probably also later in the day, a lot of these cars have these different things in them. Some have little shops in them. Some have, like I said, the brewery or a restaurant. I know there's a pizza place in one of these. It's a cool idea. A lot of these towns have these train stations, and Chattanooga has a unique take on what they did with theirs. And I think that's cool. Next up, Chattanooga. Well, Harry Potter reference there. Cool, they have the local artists come in and do murals. That's really neat. Oh, Deadpool. Ooh, Lord Vader. Yes. So they have a comedy club. They also have this place called Songbirds, which has a guitar museum upstairs in it, with some very, very famous guitars. I've not been in it personally, but I've seen some pictures. Space Invaders Zoltar.
Your fortune is mine for the telling.
Oh, skee ball. Sweet little arcade in here. I dig it. Very cool arcade. It's also from the 1800s. They have the Gate 11 distillery. I assume the Gate 11 is kind of like the 19th hole on a golf course. Now here's a cool idea. An escape room on a train. That's smart. That's a new twist. I like it. How do you get out of the train? Of course, it'd be cool if it was speeding toward a cliff, you know, so you could get out before you died, but whatever. Good job. Oh, that's a cool kitschy thing. The Tin Man archival tintype portraits, which if you've never seen those, look those up on Google. Tintype portraits are very, very cool. They're a little pricey, but man, you talk about looking like you're from the Old West or 1800s times. It is really neat to watch that process. Don't you play coy with me. What a lovely place to come, have a bite to eat, a beer, stay overnight in the hotel. I'm sure the rooms are quite lovely and no doubt filled with the old-timey presence of an old train station. I just think it's a cool idea to use an old space and make it modern, and in turn make it into a destination. Which it seems like in this day and age that we live in, it's harder and harder to do. People's attention, that's the most valuable commodity there is. So I just ordered my pizza. I got 3 different slices. One's called spicoli, which I like. And then I got a pepperoni, which is always a good measure. And then one called the special. And it's like a Hawaiian pizza. So we'll see how that goes. Then I also ordered, they have these things called bucket of balls. And they're meatballs. So I got some of those as well. And I'm excited. It smells really good in there. But I just got a recommendation from a Patreon that was in line with me for another pizza place in town as well. So apparently there's 2 different families. One owns this one and the other owns the other one, community. So you may have to do a comparison. That's more subtle than I thought it would be. But their crust is really good. It's got really good char. That's not bad. I definitely have always had a preference for old world pepperonis, or cup pepperonis as they're called. Those are pretty good. Again, their sauce is really subtle. It's tasty though. Very tasty. So I'm gonna try these meatballs. Look at those bad boys. Serves with fresh mozzarella. They're a little chilly. Not sure why. They're really chilly, actually. I would have thought those would be served hot. Not a bad flavor. Sausage in it. Definitely has a little bit of spice, a little zest. Not bad. Not the best meatball I've ever had, but pretty good. I was hoping for a little bit more out of something called the bucket of balls. It's got a good name. Oh yeah. These big New York slices are great for folding up. I'm gonna try this special slice now. This is the Hawaiian. It's got roasted red peppers, onions, bacon, pineapple, and sausage. Oh yeah. Definitely has that sweet mixed into it. It's got a good flavor balance. Yeah, it's really sweet and savory actually. I like that. That's pretty good. And I'm not even big on pineapple on pizza. That's really good. My buddy Ryan recommended this place. They were here a few months ago on a trip. Or maybe last year. Can't remember. And I got some slices. They had some pizzas on the menu that didn't have slices of. That I would really like to try. Got a feeling they'd be really good. Favorite thing so far about this place is the crust. I really enjoy the char on the crust. It's really tasty. I wasn't a huge fan of the meatballs. Crust is really good. Spicoli slice. I assume this is named Spicoli from the scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where Spicoli orders the pizza to the class, and the teacher takes it and feeds it to everyone else. Sean Penn's face in that when he does it. It's true heartbreak. I can totally relate. It's okay to love pizza. And I love pizza. The sausage is really good. It's very spicy. I shouldn't say they're very spicy. It's not very spicy. It's good and spicy. Anyway, not bad. I'm looking forward to trying more pizza in this town. Just to compare. So far, I'm digging Chattanooga. So when you are in Chattanooga, you'll get a lot of recommendations from a lot of locals for a walkway called the Walnut St Bridge, which is right behind me. I'm on it, actually. So this is the pedestrian bridge that runs across. Is this the Chattanooga Choo River? The Tennessee River. There's, I believe, three car bridges and one pedestrian bridge. It's a very, very nice little walkway, all wood planks. Of course, it has magnificent views. I'm out here at sunrise this morning because I like watching sunrises. And I've passed through Chattanooga so many times in my travels, but when you stay on the highway, you don't really see their downtown. And this is kind of my first time spending some time actually downtown here. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed. It is a very beautiful downtown. The nightlife, the restaurants, the bars, all full of life. A lot of people. They all look delicious and fun. And yeah, so far, very impressed. So I'm down here this morning, not only to walk the bridge, but I wanted to check out the neighborhoods on either side. Downtown's on one side, which is over here behind me. And as it gets warmer here in Chattanooga, the river, especially even the mornings, is filled with kayakers and paddle boaters and a lot of boat life, which you can totally see why. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really like that off the cliff wall, it's like ivy that hangs. That's pretty neat looking. Looks like something you might see in a jungle. That's awesome. The aquarium is right there. Nice pretty building. I, of course, forgot my sweatshirt jacket, which I never seem to leave home without, but somehow did on this trip. So it's a little brisk this morning. Really missing it. Warmth and security. I sure love my sweatshirt jacket. But it is a fine morning to be out. That's the Hunter Art Museum on top of the cliff there. I'm bummed that I don't have time to go on this trip because I definitely want to go check that out. I've seen some of the collection online. It looks absolutely beautiful. And they have art going back to the 19th century all the way up to modern art. So I'm heading over to the downtown side of Walnut St Bridge. Tennessee Aquarium is over here, the Hunter Art Museum. Obviously lots of bars, restaurants, shops. You have a very thriving downtown area. It's very pretty. So up on the bluff here on the downtown side, there's a lot of old homes, beautiful big homes, a lot of art galleries. It's all right around the art museum, but they also have a lot of sculpture art that they've placed around the whole neighborhood. It's pretty much on every corner, midway through blocks, all that stuff. Very beautiful stuff, very cool to see. It's fun just to take a walk and see. There's actually maps online that have all the sculptures listed if you'd like to make sure you see every single one. They're very, very beautiful. Even the birds are checking it out. The beautiful little park right here at the point of the bluff, full of art. Facing this amazing house with artwork and sculptures all the way around it, but you can even tell the top of it. Look at all the beautiful plate glass and the iron sculpture. So the only bad thing about walking downhill, as everyone knows, is eventually you have to go back uphill. And for a portly fellow such as myself, I don't look forward to the uphill climbs, but we're doing it. So on the north side of the bridge, Walnut St Bridge, there is Coolidge Park, right at the base of it. It's a walking park, amphitheater. They also have a full old carousel behind me. It was built back in the 1800s and it's still running today. Unfortunately, the carousel's closed due to COVID, but they got the old ticket office. And then, as you can see, 100+ animals, ostriches and elephants and horses. But you can take the kids to have a carousel ride. Then you can take them to the sculpture garden in front of the carousel, and they can ride lions and turtles and horses. And in the summer, water shoots up and cools everybody off. It's a win-win-win. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, positively gorgeous little park. Right at the base of the bridge. And then goes right, of course, right down to the river under the bridge there. There's walkways and bikeways that go for miles in either direction, all the way through downtown and onto the outskirts. Just follow the river. This town likes to support its active people. you're a good boy. He needs me to pat him. And this is the North Shore. Lots more art, sculptures, coffee shops, bars, anything you like. That was loud. So I'm at Community Pie. Community Pie is owned by a family that has several restaurants here. And then there's another family that owns Southside Pizza, which is the one we ate at last night. So I'm gonna do a comparison of those two and see which one I like the best. Awesome, thank you. Okay. Ooh, that's good. Ordered a cider. It's pink, it's very delicious. Kind of like a rosé cider. That's what it tastes like. It's pretty tasty. And it's very heavy. It's a gigantic glass. So I just ordered several slices. I'm gonna do a slice comparison. And then I tried their I ordered their grown-up fried cheese. This looks like the home slice. Oh, that's pretty good. It's got a really robust flavor. It's got some peppers in there with that goat cheese. It's really good. That's really tasty. Just good old pepperoni. They also use the cup pepperoni, so old world pepperoni, which I prefer anyway. Ooh. Their marinara sauce is really good. Ooh, yeah. That's good stuff. So this is the vodka pie. It's got vodka sauce instead of regular marinara. Sausage mozzarella. That's really tasty. These are one of their new Neapolitan pizzas. That's really good. I'm a big fan of Neapolitan pizza. Always have been. There's so many different flavors of it. It's really good. Very gourmet. Her crust has excellent char. So this grown-up fried cheese has sauce, peppers, caprica. I'm sure that's wrong. It's like a spicy meat into the fried cheese, and it's in what almost looks like a wonton wrapper. It's really good. It's super spicy, which I love. It is really tasty. Wow. That's a completely unique taste on fried cheese. Very good. Well, that about does it for me. I really loved the city of Chattanooga. Its vibe, people, history, and of course pizza. My favorite between the two great pizza places I had would have to be Community Pie over Southside Pizza.
Both were absolutely delicious, but I've got to give Community Pie the edge on that grown-up fried cheese. I will say that I think both restaurants have better made-to-order pies than they do slices that they keep on hand for reheating. But I would definitely eat at both again. Everyone I came into contact with in Chattanooga was incredibly kind and nice, and there is no end of things to do in this city. I didn't even have time to visit one of their crown jewels, which is the Tennessee Aquarium. I definitely hope to come back and catch a ball game here, because the AT&T field looks like it would have some incredible views from the bleachers. From the history, the museums, the art, and of course the food, Chattanooga gets a great recommend from me. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Set Streets and Eats. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on down the road.